Hi everyone, happy Thursday. Today we're going to continue to talk about slope. We're going to do it a little differently. We're going to be doing a slope from 2 points rather than a slope from a line on a graph. So our slope formula when we're given 2 points is m equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. This is pretty similar to that change in y over change in x, except putting it in point language. So the first thing I have to do to find the slope between two points is label my points as x1, y1, and x2, y2. So I'm going to do x1, y1, x2, y2. Okay. I'm just going to go ahead and do that for all of these. Okay. Now my next step is to plug into the formula. And then my last step is to solve/simplify. Okay, so I'm going to plug this into the formula. So my formula, I'll do the first one out. My first one is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So to plug that into the formula, I do my y2 first, which is 3, minus my y1, which is 1, my x2, which is 4, minus my x1, which is 1. Now I'm going to subtract. 3 minus 1 is 2. 4 minus 1 is 3. So my slope, is 2/3. I can't reduce that fraction, so I'm going to leave it just like that. Okay, my y2 comes first, so I'm going to do -2 minus my y1, which is 4, over my x2, 10, minus, I have a negative here, so I'm subtracting x1, but my x1's a negative, so that's going to change this to a positive. -2 minus 4 is -6, and 10 and 2 gives me 12. I can reduce that fraction. They can both be divisible by 6. So if I divide this by 6, I get -1. And this by 6 gives me 2. So I got -1/2. That is the most I can simplify that. That is my my slope. Okay, I'm going to go down to this one. y2 is -5 minus y1 is 5. x2 is -8 minus a negative, so that changes to a positive. My x1 is 4. That gives me -10, and -8 plus 4 gives me -4. I have a negative over a negative, so that means I'm going to get a positive 10 over 4. But I can reduce that fraction. It's still going to be quite ugly, but I can reduce it to 5 over 2 by just dividing both of these by 2. So I can say that my m is 5 over 2. I could also write it as a decimal and say 2.5. Okay. Now over here, my y2 is 4 minus my y1 is 0. x2 is -2 minus my x1 is 10. So that leaves me with 4 over -12. So I'm going to have a negative fraction here, a negative slope. 4 and 12, both 4 goes into both of those, so I'll just divide this by 4, that gives me 1. And divide this by 4, that gives me 3. So my slope is -1/3. I'm going to do 5 and 6, and then I'm going to have you guys try 7 through 10 before you hop on my call. So y2 is 9 minus y1 is 9. And then x2 is 3 minus x1 is 5. So that gives me 9 minus 9 is 0. 3 minus 5 is -2. 0 divided by any number is 0. So my slope, my m, equals 0. So that means my line is going to look like this, a horizontal line. y2 minus y1. x2 is -7. minus a negative, so that's going to be positive, my x1, 7. So that gives me 5 minus 8 is negative 3 over negative 7 plus 7 gives me 0. I can't divide a number by 0. If I do, it makes it undefined. So that's that vertical line that looks like this. So my slope is undefined. And if I looked at it on a graph, it would be this vertical straight up and down line. So I want you guys to take a few minutes and just try these 4 problems on a piece of paper. And then I'm going to go over them when we get on the call together so that we can see how you did on them. So these 4 problems, try them on your own. And do that before you get to the extra practice for today. Do these 4 first, and then I will go over them in class. All right. Have a great day.